So hi, I'm Ed Kaine. I'm going to take you through the grading and stages for the Kaine sign, okay? So we've learned the Kaine sign. Hopefully, if you haven't learned the Kaine sign, just search for that and get back and learn the superior and the anterior Kaine sign. Now, you can have grading and stages from grade 0 all the way through to grade 7. I'm going to use my notes here and just tell you about this as the process happens. So you can have this condition. Okay, so again, we've tested it here. We know how this is moving. So we're moving around, and so this is the opposite hand that you learned before, but you bring this down, your index finger goes here, your middle finger goes on top, your next finger goes kind of tucked underneath, and then as you lift it up, you'll see it there, you'll see it drop back. Now, if you're in the abnormal condition, you have the abnormal condition where it's moving either superiorly or anteriorly. So you grade this, you say, this person has a superior Kaine sign, grade blank. Okay, so now I'll just tell you, you could have a superior and anterior or just an anterior Kaine sign, or you could have some other, you could use this to help you document what is actually happening. So in certain positions, maybe you'll document it that way. But we're going to be able to treat it really quickly, and it's really surprising that some of this stuff lasts and lasts even after. Okay, so what we're going to do is let me take you down here 1 second. So here we are. We're going to take you through the stages. Okay, so grade 0 is just that the thing occurs. It occurs in some position. It occurs spontaneously. It doesn't occur all the time, but once in a while, it's going to either come forwards anteriorly or it's going to come superiorly. Okay, so that's grade 0. Grade 1, and it's not necessarily all the time, and a little bit of retraining can help that just to get that down and for it to never happen again. The next one is grade 1. Okay, so now we're at grade 1. The condition exists, you retrain it, and then it starts to move properly, and then it always moves properly. That was grade 1. Now you're down to either possibly grade 0 or it's just resolved. So grade 0 usually will resolve it if you can do the exercises and help retrain it, or we're talking about grade 1 and then you resolve it. It was consistent, it was a grade 1, now it's a grade 0, or now it's negative. Grade 2, this means that the condition exists, okay, that it's reproducible, but it's also retrainable, but it requires the person to do some self-stabilization. They need to activate the muscles that are going to retrain it consistently for a while. So they're at grade 2. You could bring them from some other higher grade and down to grade 2, and then they just have to keep active in their pec major maybe, or have some movement of their sternocleidomastoid or some other activity, but it's mainly the pec major. That's what we'll learn, how to help that come back in. So that's grade 2. That means that you have to use that. Now, grade 3 means you'd have to have some external force. That means you'd either have a TheraBand that's just pulling your arm back, and that would activate the pec. So that means that you're still doing the same thing, but you're actually training someone with an external force. So if you're lying on your back in supine, you could be using gravity, the gravity of your arm, just to activate that, or TheraBand in standing, or a therapist resistance, something like that. Now, grade 4. Now we're into kind of more serious. The condition exists, it's partially retrainable. Okay, that means I can get it back with active therapist interventions and certain positions. So a trained therapist who's done this or knows how the body works even will be able to help you through this position. And grade 4 means you're going to need some special conditions, possibly some other active resistance, maybe even a pull, maybe in certain positions. You know, one position that helps the anterior sign is this across the body. So it would be more of a grade 4 that would require a lot of different interventions to finally get to figure out what that was. Okay, but then they only move properly with hands-on assist. So either with that resistance or sometimes with the little assistance right at the joint that's helping them to move in properly. Now that's something you could do yourself, but obviously if you have a trained therapist, it's just going to make it so much easier. A functional therapist can help you with something kind of instantly, and then you can move on to the job of getting the range and strength and everything perfect, and reusing that again. So grade 5, the condition exists now, but it's not retrainable. It can go into proper positions at time, during the interventions, but cannot incorporate it into functional movement patterns. Okay, so the grade 5 is maybe I can get you there, maybe I can get you out of pain. So this is someone who is in pain all the time. As soon as it goes in, they can detect that pain. It's really serious, or they don't detect the pain. There's once in a while where you have this silent problem with your shoulder. It doesn't mean that it's not going to cause that problem down the line, but it is improving there. So grade 6 now, okay? The condition exists, it's not retrainable, and not able to move into the proper relationship with the interventions that are available. And then this last section is grade 7, is condition is prominent at rest with arm in the dependent posture. There's also this overgrowth, and the criteria for grade 6 is not retrainable also, okay? So it's prominent, and it's even in any posture, it's prominent. Now we talk a little bit about in other sections about bone overgrowth, the joint overgrowth. You'll see this on someone who's chronic. You'll see kind of where the clavicle's grown forward. A lot of problems with that. So what we're trying to do is just give you a lot of tools to help you with this. Now through this program, as a therapist, as a physician, as someone who's a body worker and helping someone through these problems with the shoulder, you're just going to be amazed how quickly this helps with all the other problems in the shoulder. Now, those problems may still exist. You may still have the adhesive capsulitis. You may still have all the things. We're not throwing the baby out with the bathwater here. We're just adding a really important tool on, and this is the grading for it. So grade 0 through 7, you know, it's actually surprising. Sometimes I've graded it a 7, and then very quickly they've got a lot better. So don't give up on yourself just because you're a high grade. It's no big deal. A trained therapist can help you through it. So hi, I'm Ed Kaine for Functional Therapy Magazine, and we'll see you later. Bye.